You think your clothes are clean, but they're actually coated in endocrine-disrupting chemicals that stay on your skin 24 hours a day. Here's what the industry doesn't want you to know. Tide and Gain, the two market leaders you see on every shelf, are built on a model where the soap doesn't wash away. Most people think the rinse cycle removes the detergent. It doesn't. These chemicals bond to fabric fibers and stay there through wearing, sleeping, and friction. But Tide and Gain are just the beginning. Today, I'm exposing 5 of the biggest laundry brands you need to stop buying, including one marketed for babies that's actually worse than adult formulas, and showing you 3 safe swaps that actually work without the damage. Let's start with what's happening on your skin right now. Tide Original and Gain are the market leaders, and they both rely on the same strategy: optical brighteners. These are chemicals that coat your fabric to reflect light, making clothes appear whiter and brighter. Here's what matters: they don't wash away. They bind to fabric fibers and accumulate on your skin over time. Each wash cycle adds another layer. The Environmental Working Group gives both products an F grade for safety. The NIH has published studies showing how surfactants in these formulas break down your skin's lipid barrier, which is your body's first line of defense. Once that barrier gets compromised, other chemicals penetrate deeper into your dermis. But there's another problem hiding on that label. You'll see one word listed: fragrance. That single word covers up to 3,000 different chemical compounds. The Federal Trade Commission allows companies to hide them all behind that one term. You're not told what's actually coating your skin. The results are skin irritation, eczema flare-ups, disrupted sleep quality. When your skin is inflamed from these chemicals, your cortisol stays elevated, tanking your sleep and keeping your stress response stuck in overdrive. Mrs. Meyer's is positioned as the natural alternative. The bottles look clean. The label says plant-derived and eco-friendly. People buy it thinking they're making a safer choice, but here's the reality check. The Environmental Working Group gives Mrs. Meyer's an F grade, same rating as Tide Original, the same rating as Gain. The marketing works because the bottle feels trustworthy, but when you flip it over and look at what's actually inside, you're still getting synthetic fragrance, still getting preservatives that accumulate on your skin during those 24 hours of contact. This is greenwashing, making something feel natural while delivering the same chemical load as the conventional brands. The packaging is clean, the ingredient list isn't, and your skin can't tell the difference between a natural chemical and a conventional one. Both break down your lipid barrier the same way. Dreft is positioned as gentle for baby clothes. This is where protective urgency kicks in. Dreft actually contains more problematic chemicals than some adult formulas. It's loaded with quaternary ammonium compounds, quats, which the NIH has linked to asthma development, respiratory issues, and severe dermatitis. These aren't minor irritants. Quats damage the skin barrier in developing children, and babies spend their most vulnerable years in direct contact with fabric soaked in them. Label breakdowns show fragrance, preservatives, and these quats at high concentrations. If your baby's clothes are washed in Dreft, their developing immune system is being exposed to chemicals specifically known to compromise respiratory function while it's still forming. If you're a parent and you see Dreft in your laundry room right now, this is the one bottle you need to swap out today. Tide Pods look convenient. They're engineered to be convenient. The PVA plastic coating dissolves in water but leaves residue on fabric. The concentrated formula means more chemicals per load than liquid detergent. These pods are designed for maximum chemical density. Concentrated formulas mean longer skin exposure and deeper penetration into fabric fibers, especially when you're sleeping in these clothes night after night. Here's the part that connects everything. If you have unexplained skin irritation or poor sleep quality, look at your sheets. You're marinating in these chemicals for 8 hours every night. Your skin is trying to recover while you sleep, but instead it's fighting off irritants. That's cortisol staying elevated when it should be dropping. That's why you wake up exhausted. Now that you know what to avoid, here's what actually works without the damage. One thing you need to know before you switch: it takes 3 to 4 wash cycles with a safe detergent to fully strip the old chemical residue out of your clothes. The first load you wash isn't clean yet. It still has the old detergent embedded in the fibers. By the 4th or 5th wash, the fabric is finally clear. If you switch brands and don't feel better after 1 or 2 loads, you're not failing. You're still wearing yesterday's chemicals. This is important because people switch, see no improvement immediately, and think the safe swap isn't working. Give it a full cycle. Your skin will improve once the old residue is gone. Molly's Suds is the early win. No optical brighteners, no synthetic fragrance, no quats. The ingredient list is transparent. You can actually read it. The Environmental Working Group gives it a solid rating, which means the science backs up the marketing. Here's the part your brain needs. It costs about the same per load as Tide Original. When you break down the math, Molly's Suds runs roughly 30 cents per load. Tide Original runs about the same. You're not paying more for safety. You're just switching where your money goes. You can find it at Target, Amazon, or Costco. It cleans just as effectively without leaving your skin inflamed. That's not a sacrifice. That's a straight swap. Branch Basics takes a different approach. It's a concentrate, which means the bottle is small, but the formula is dense. One bottle makes multiple loads. The ingredient list is minimal. Plant-based sodium lauryl sulfate. Water, a preservative. That's it. When you calculate cost per load, Branch Basics works out to about 15 cents. Half the price of Tide Original. The concentrate model also means you're buying less plastic, which removes another argument people use to justify conventional detergents. The versatility matters too. Branch Basics works for laundry, dishes, and general household cleaning. You don't need 5 different bottles under your sink anymore. One bottle handles multiple jobs. So you're actually lowering your total chemical exposure across your whole home. You can order it online with subscription options that discount the price even further. Then there's the option that costs nothing: white vinegar and baking soda. Baking soda acts as a gentle abrasive and deodorizer. White vinegar functions as a natural softener and rinse aid. Mix half a cup of baking soda directly into your wash. Add a cup of white vinegar to the rinse cycle. That's the entire system. No chemicals, no fragrance, no hidden ingredients. For lightly soiled clothes, this works perfectly. For heavily soiled items, work clothes, gym wear, you might want to pair it with Molly's Suds or Branch Basics. But for most household loads, vinegar and baking soda handles it. The cost is negligible. A bottle of vinegar costs $2. Baking soda costs $1. That covers you for months. Here's the cost narrative that matters. Track your actual monthly spend. A family using Tide Original spends roughly $15 to $20 per month on detergent. Switch to Molly's Suds. You're still at $15 to $20. Switch to Branch Basics Concentrate. You drop to $8 to $12. Use vinegar and baking soda. You spend maybe $3 per month. The safe version isn't the luxury option. It's actually cheaper or equal in cost. You remove the last excuse to keep buying the damage. Beyond the immediate cost, consider what damaged skin costs you. Inflamed skin means poor sleep. Poor sleep means elevated cortisol. Elevated cortisol creates a cascade of health problems that cost far more than laundry detergent. Better skin barrier function saves you on moisturizers, eczema treatments, dermatologist visits. The real question isn't whether you can afford to switch. It's whether you can afford not to. Think of your skin like a sponge, not a shield. When these surfactants hit the fabric in your clothes, they're doing exactly what they're designed to do: break down barriers. Here's the problem: your skin has a lipid barrier, a thin, oily layer that's supposed to keep chemicals out and moisture in. That barrier is your security fence. When these detergent chemicals are embedded in your fabric and pressed against your skin for hours, they don't just sit there. They start breaking down that lipid barrier the same way they break down dirt on cloth. Surfactants have one end that bonds to oil and another that bonds to water. That's literally their job, and your skin barrier is made of oil. The smaller molecules, optical brighteners, and fragrance compounds are small enough to embed themselves directly into the fiber's structure. Water can't extract them because they're no longer sitting on the surface. They're woven into the material. When your skin is pressed against those fibers, friction and your body heat create the perfect transfer mechanism. The chemicals migrate from the fabric into your skin. Your skin spends hours in direct contact with those fibers. You wear the shirt, you sleep in it, the fabric moves against your skin with friction. That contact creates a pathway. The chemicals don't wash off when you shower because they've already penetrated the outer layers. Each time you wear the same garment, the transfer continues. The 24-hour window matters because that's the time frame your immune system needs to register a response. Your skin barrier registers a threat. It triggers inflammation. That inflammatory response is what you feel as irritation or itching. But the inflammation also disrupts your cortisol regulation. Your body stays in a low-level stress state even when you're resting. Sleep quality declines because your nervous system never fully relaxes. Your cortisol stays elevated at night instead of dropping. The next day, your skin is more reactive, more sensitive, more prone to flare-ups. This is why eczema spikes when people switch to conventional detergents. It's not instant, it's cumulative. If you're struggling with sleep quality or waking up exhausted despite getting 7 or 8 hours, look at your sheets. If they're washed in these 5 brands, your body is fighting off skin irritants all night instead of recovering. Your cortisol is elevated while you're supposed to be repairing. This is also why switching brands takes 3 to 4 wash cycles to fully clear. You're not just changing detergent, you're removing the old chemical residue from your clothes. The first few loads with the new safe swap are still contaminated with residue from the old detergent. By the 4th or 5th wash, the fabric is finally clean. Your skin won't improve until the old chemicals are gone. This is important. If you switch to a safe detergent and your skin doesn't improve after 1 or 2 loads, don't assume it's not working. You're still wearing yesterday's chemicals. Give it a full cycle. The industry knows all of this. They know these chemicals damage your skin barrier, which makes your skin sensitive and reactive. Sensitive skin then requires more products. Moisturizers, eczema creams, anti-itch treatments. A person with damaged skin barrier becomes a customer for life. They need more products, stronger formulations, dermatology visits. The conventional detergent creates the problem, and then the market sells you the solution. It's the same model as processed food creating nutritional deficiency that requires supplements. The system isn't designed to keep you healthy. It's designed to create a customer base with chronic issues. Check your laundry room right now. Open your cabinet. If you see Tide Original, Gain, Mrs. Meyer's, Dreft, or Tide Pods, you're actively exposing your skin to chemicals that don't belong there. Most people don't know what they're buying. They just grab the same brand they've always used. Once you see it, you can't unsee it. Here's your immediate next step. Pick one safe swap. Molly Suds, Branch Basics, or vinegar and baking soda. Do a side-by-side wash test. Wash 1 load with your current detergent and 1 load with the safe swap. Wear both sets of clothes. Notice the difference in how your skin feels. Notice your sleep quality that night. This isn't theory anymore. It's your skin sending you data. If you find one of the toxic 5 brands in your home right now, comment "busted" below. I'm giving away my complete non-toxic home guide to 3 people in the comments. Your skin barrier is your first line of defense. It's not a luxury to protect it. It's essential. Stop coating it in chemicals designed to make clothes look better. Start choosing what keeps you healthier.